Sports! Hello and welcome to the Six Hockey. For the first time this season, we're coming at you with some GTHL AAA U16 action. It's a game between the Toronto Marlboros and the Toronto Young Nationals. I'm Sammy Brzezowski. Joined alongside me is Blake Hanlon.
I'm really excited to see what these two teams can bring to the table tonight, Sammy. I'm excited. This is the start of the season right now.
I'm excited as well, and I'm sure the players are excited. But you know who is probably the most excited? The goaltenders. Let's have a look at them. For the Toronto Young Nationals, it's number 20, Auden Fraser. He's going to look to keep out an offensively gifted Toronto Marlboros squad. Now for the Marlboros, in net, they have number 29, Kayden Wang. He's looking to get their spectacular season started. Blake, there's a lot of talent in this league. There's a lot of guys who are looking to make the jump to OHL or even further. Who are some players you have your eyes on for each squad?
Well, let's start off with the Young Nationals. I really want to see what Lucas DiMiglio can bring to the table, because I've been watching him a lot in practice, and he's given me some positives in his game so far. Despite the fact that he's 5'8", Sammy, he has good offensive talent, and he doesn't get bodied off the puck. That's because his low center of gravity is used perfectly. He doesn't get bodied. He really gets low to the ground when he skates and when he drives towards the net, and also when he's taking shots as well. So he doesn't get bodied when he's trying to make offensive noise out there. And that's the reason why I'm going to be watching him tonight.
He certainly plays bigger than his size.
Absolutely, definitely. He's one of the main reasons why the Nationals have a chance against a very good Marlboros team tonight.
And speaking of that Marlboros team, we've talked. They're very good. They're offensively gifted. Who's somebody on their team that you have your eye on tonight?
My captain, Weston Cameron, is definitely the guy I'm going to be looking out for tonight. First line center. He's the captain of the team, as I just mentioned, and he's going to be looking to guide the Marlboros to a win in this game so far. And also, just as a player, offensively and defensively, he plays a 200-foot game. He back checks every single time, uses his speed for his size. 6'3". We talked about the play disparity, the height disparity. Weston Cameron is my guy to watch for the Toronto Marlboros.
And speaking of the height disparity, I think our players to watch really show the differences we have in this league. You know, you have Auden Fraser, he's 5'8", and you have Weston Cameron, 6'3". Some guys still growing, some guys, they're grown and might get even bigger. So it really shows the disparity of size and even talent in this league. But like we said, you don't have to be tall to be amazing, just like Auden Fraser. Now, we've talked a lot about the Marlboros and how they're offensively gifted. They have a lot of weapons. What can the Nationals do to kind of repel against that and look to get their first win in their very first game of the season?
Yeah, I have a couple of keys to their game for this opening game for the season right now. The Nationals, they have to have a scoreless first in this one. They have to look to shut out the Marlboros and not allow anything, traffic, even opportunities, because that'll just give them confidence going into the rest of the game in this one. So get that scoreless first. That's something that they need right out of the gate. Also, hey, national broadcast time. This is the opening game of the season. The lights are maybe a little bit too bright. Don't listen to them. Don't look at them. Just play your game, be sound, and hey, maybe you'll prevail with a win in this one. And also, like Avril Lavigne once said, let's not make this complicated. Just play your game out there. Like I just said, be sound, make the smart play. Hey, it might be the first game of the season. It's a really big year for these kids, but hey, just be smart with it out there.
Good references and advice from Blake Hanlon about the Toronto Young Nationals, just having to play a fundamental, solid defensive game. Now the Marlboros, are they going the same direction, or what do you want to see from them?
Well, the Marlboros, what I really want to see out of them is their offense, and that comes with finding the smart shot. You want to just kind of make that extra pass. You want to not just shoot for the sake of shooting. You want to find the best scoring opportunities, in the most high leverage situations, and that's going to be in front of the net, in the slot, at the top of the circle. Just create opportunities in front, but also find the rebounds as well. You want to just rebounds lead to wins. Get those greasy goals. They just have to find those early goals in the start of the game, because hey, goalies are going to be locked in this one. It's first game of the season. They've been prepping for this for a couple weeks now, so those greasy goals may be the ones that prevail. But also, the Marlboros, we talked about Weston Cameron using speed. We haven't even talked about Valentini, Pierce Bowie. They have speed even better, and they can go on breakaways. We're going to see a lot of it, and they got to use those dangles. They got to break dance along when they're pushing towards the goaltenders, and they got to find the back of the net on those ones.
Beautifully said from Blake, and we'll look to see if we see all that advice put to the test. Now, let's stop wasting everyone's time. Let's head down to the ice and catch a glimpse of this first game of the GTHL U16 AAA season. The site is Westwood Arena, October 2nd, 2023. It's Game 1 of the U16 GTHL AAA season. I'm Sammy Brzozowski. Joined alongside me is the incomparable Blake Hanlon.
Sammy, I'm really excited to see what these two Toronto teams can bring tonight. Maybe a rivalry kind of brewing here to start this first game of the season, as they're both trying to compete for the Battle of Toronto tonight amongst their other teams that are also in this league. But these are the two teams that are going to start the season off.
Indeed, the battle of the Toronto teams. It's the Toronto Marlboros, the Toronto Nationals. It's Weston Cameron lining up against Luke Bovoletis. Face-off win for Bovoletis gets the season started for the Nationals as the Nationals attempt to bring it into the Marlboro zone. It's Havasik trying to get it just over the line, but that is called offside. Blake, this is first game of the season, a big year for a lot of these players, hoping to get drafted into the OHL or, pursue hockey in further places. This is a big season for them to get noticed. What do you think is going through their heads right now?
Well, it's also the first game of the season. You always got those jitters in me. I always remember when, no matter what year it was, I always just felt a little nervous because you want to start the season off with a bang. And every player on the ice, every goaltender, even the coaches, they're looking to start the season off with a bang and get a little impact going. So that's definitely on the mind there. But take it easy for these kids. We'll see what can happen because you can only control so much of the game. Most of the time, it's just about skill and what happens out on the ice.
So what do you think the coaches are telling the players ahead of this game? Do you think it's trying to establish a game plan, or is it just playing smart hockey, or what do you think the coaches say?
Well, in practice, we know the coaches establish a system to start the season off, and I think they want their teams to play their system going into the first game of the season. We'll see how it plays out. If it doesn't work with the play style in-game, then maybe there has to be some changes done, but just kind of work on what's been being put on in practices so far, and hopefully that translates to some success on the ice.
And a successful player to watch out for is number 11 with it now, Adam Valentini. He's a strong, offensively gifted player for the Marlboros. So keep your eye on him later in this one as the Nationals try to break it into the zone of the Marlboros. It's Spedancini forechecking. Vaughn Haywood attempting to keep it in. He does. Shot on net there is tipped by Spedancini in front of the net. A good start for him to this game as the Marlboros break it the other way. Valentini with it now. Valentini tries to get that shot over across to number 18, Jake DiCapo, is unable to do so. But that's a good forechecking from the Marlboros to keep that in from number 21, Pierce Bowie. Another guy to keep an eye out for in this one. Valentini with it behind the net now. Valentini behind the net, battling off a couple defenders, is unable to keep control of possession. But it's the Marlboros who keep it in. Valentini with it at the top of the circle. Valentini's shot is stopped by Auden Fraser.
Nice save there from Fraser. The save percentage is at 1,000 right now for his first stop of the year. It's always nice to get the first one to stop the year. But hey, that stat's looking good so far. Hopefully he can keep it up looking solid so far from Fraser.
Yeah, I mean, you can't complain. One shot, one save. Can't do any better than that if you're Fraser. It's Weston Cameron now attacking the Nationals defenseman. They get it out of the zone, but some good pressure in the neutral zone. The Marlboros get it right back as they drop it back over to number 77, Peter Kukeves. Kukeves with it behind his net. He's looking to make that first pass. Bit of miscommunication between these players so far. We've seen kind of some turnovers already and some less than sharp play. Do you think that's those first game jitters you mentioned earlier?
Well, you spoke into existence right there. Edwards blew a tire there right alongside the boards, and now the Nationals have something cooking right here, getting into their zone. But, yeah, it's, again, guys are falling on the ice all over the place, Sammy. Just the first game of the season jitters that are getting on here.
That's right, and I can imagine the more they play, the more comfortable they will get. A centering pass over to, Luke Bovoletis does not go through, but a good chance there from the Nationals to get some early offense started. Another centering pass opportunity there. De Blasio tries to get that one in front, but is unable to do so. Jordan Eagley trying to keep that puck in. He can't do that. Puck is dumped into the National zone as they break into the Marlboro zone. Nationals keep it in at the line. Looking for it is number 13, Spedancini. He can't get it in the corner, but de Blasio keeps that in. The Marlboros now dumping it out of their own zone. Some good pressure here from the Young Nationals early in this one.
Yeah, the Young Nationals are really stepping to the plate here. We all know the Marlboros every season are contenders. They're always trying to win that GTHL Cup, but also the OHL Cup that's going to come in many months from now. But the Nationals keeping a good tight game so far.
Yeah, I was talking to a former U16 AAA player just the other day, and he mentioned how the Marlboros, no matter what year it is, no matter what age group, they're always just a dangerous team with a dangerous system, always not super fun to play.
if you're facing off against them.
Yeah, with storied history, has a lot of young players wanting to play for that team. We all know Connor McDavid, one of the greatest players of all time, has played for this team, and many more. So they're all looking to be that next top player.
Perhaps the next Connor McDavid on our hand is a centering pass, rings off the post there. A nice chance there for the Nationals to get things started, but can't find the back of the net. Kayden Wang making himself look big, not giving any opportunity there for a better angle as DiCapo tries to dump that back into the opposing zone, is unable to do so. It's Bert Wen with it now. He gets it around the corner, but he turns it over. Shot there is stopped by Wang. Wang facing some early pressure here so far in this game.
I'll say it for Fraser, but also say for Wang. Now both of their stats for save percentage is at 1,000. It's nice to get that early saves for Wang with an S on there in the end to start the season off. Get some confidence boosted in there, Sammy.
Yeah, the Marlboros bringing out this top line, again centered by number 17, Weston Cameron, as Haywood gets a nice shot on that there. Already multiple shots for him, making himself known as a reliable mobile defenseman. He's already started some offense here for the Nationals, who have been controlling the pace of this game so far, as it's Bovalettis facing off against Cameron, a rematch of that face-off we saw to start this game. And I spoke too soon. It looks like Weston Cameron will be kicked out of this face-off for a replacement. A big-time face-off here for the Nationals to keep the energy up in their opposing zone.
Marlboros look like they got that one in something. Can't get it through right there, but yeah, they've been controlling this tempo so far, the Nationals have.
Yeah, and that shows the danger of the Marlboros. Bowie almost going for a chance there as a referee spills. Looks like Bowie will go to check in on him, see if he's okay. He looks to be all right. I mean, the refs are also getting back to game form, right? You know, they probably haven't skated as much as these players have all summer.
Yeah, I mean, at least the players are practicing. I don't know how much practicing you do as a ref other than read the rule book, but hopefully they stay sharp in that end tonight.
That's right. Everyone coming back to game form, everyone getting back to routine, including us. You know, we're maybe not going to be as sharp today, but come playoff time, that's when we really start cooking.
Well, playoffs, once you talk about playoffs, you step it up and you become a better player. And we're going to do that, but we'll have to see what teams make it to the playoffs. But so far, looking like these two teams are going to have two solid seasons start this year, Sammy.
That's right. As the Marlboros break it into the zone now at the top of the circle, a nice little backhand there from Kayden Edwards. Unable to generate any real offense, but a good chance there just to get things started. And as Edwards is battling for it in the corner, unable to keep it in is Frasca, as he is being chased down for the play. Against the boards now, it's Frasca behind his own net. He gets that one over to Kukevas. Kukevas hits the side of the net, tries to dump it around over to Cameron, but Cameron is not there for him to receive the puck. On the sideboards now with it, the Marlboros dump it out of their zone. Now we're starting to see the team settle in a little bit, getting some more tape-to-tape passes and just figuring out their systems.
Yeah, like I said, systems that have been implemented at the start of the season in practices, that's what they want to get out here. They want to find out what this team is like. Can that play style translate to on the ice and get some success?
A nice move there from Brand to get that puck in front of that. Some pushing and shoving. That's Ryan Chamberlain being pushed into Auden Fraser. Looks like there won't be any call here, but a nice move there on the sideboard from Kayden Brand to get it behind the net, get that centering pass available to both Valentini and Kayden Edwards in front. Pardon me, Ryan Chamberlain in front. And some good creativity from him already early in this game.
Yeah, he's got some hockey IQ behind him, Brand. And he kind of squeaked that puck there in the center of the ice there to find his two snipers to get one by, but came up empty-handed.
And a shot there from Kukevas right into the logo of Auden Fraser, but a nice play to get it back to the defenseman, get it back to that 7-7D pairing of Nick Frasca and Peter Kukevas. It's Valentini taking the face-off against Christian de Blasio, his line with Marcus Barrett. You know, these early face-offs can be so important just to taking control of the game. How important do you find defining the pace of the game was when you played?
I mean, having puck possession is just a telltale sign of what team is actually better. Like, there's times where you only have 10 shots a game and you end up coming up with the win when you capitalize on your opportunities. But most of the time you're just more skilled than your guy, even your other team. It's a broken lone tire there.
And a chance here for Chamberlain. Chamberlain breaking in towards the net, saved by Auden Fraser. A nice chance there for Chamberlain to get things started after a blown tire leads to the chance. It's Kayden Brand trying to get that one back in front, but good job by the National to get back after the Chamberlain opportunity. Valentini with it now. Valentini breaking towards the net. Valentini looking for the shot, tries to backhand it down low. Rebound is stopped by Frazier. Frazier doesn't know where it is, but they are unable to find the back of the net. A good defensive play there from the Nationals just to get it out of their zone quick. Some pressure here from the Marlboros. Shot on net from Kayden Brand. Not in a real high danger spot, and that's easily saved by Frazier. Frazier shutting the door pretty early in this one.
Well, I was going to add on to what I was saying earlier, but that kind of just, what just happened, transpired there, kind of exemplified what I was trying to say. Nationals have been controlling the tempo for this first 10 minutes or so, but then here comes the Marlboros out of nowhere, and they generate a lot of opportunities. That can happen at any point. Puck possession is really important, but at any point a team can just turn it on, get a couple goals, and then you can get unlucky, even though if you have high puck possession, good face-off percentage throughout the entire game.
That's right, a big hit laid there by Luke Bovoletis, but like you're saying, in this league, there's a lot of speed, a lot of skill, and they're able to get offense started from nothing. As Bovoletis can't knock that one down. Some little weird bounces at the line there, but it's the Marlboros getting it out of their own zone. DiCapo dumps that onto the net of Auden Frazier for an offensive zone faceoff. Maybe a little bit of conversation between some players there. It looks like the refs are stepping it in to stop any extracurriculars.
Yeah, like you said, extracurricular activities not what is on the agenda for the start of the season. We don't want guys getting in the penalty box. It's definitely not the best thing we want. But these guys know each other. These players know each other. They've probably played against one another a lot throughout their lives. So they're catching up. Some friendly banter.
Yeah, and they'll be playing each other a lot this season as well, as it's Bowie and Cameron attempting to take it off the Nationals defenseman and Teo Spadancini there. It's Cameron with it now on the sideboards. He throws that one to the point. Shot there. Doesn't hit the net, but the Marlboros retain possession. Bowie getting the shot on net. Trying to tip it is Cameron, but he can't get a piece of it. Nice shot nonetheless, as Bowie has it in the corner now once again. Bowie loses it. Spadancini dumping it over to get the breakout started, but the Marlboros retain possession. Some nice back and forth action here and some good cycling from the Marlboros.
Good cycling from the Marlboros. I think they're finally going to take it to high gear real quick. They've really upped their game in this last couple of minutes.
Yeah, and they'll see if they can continue that. The Nationals not having the same energy they did in the first 2 minutes of this game, but subject to change, of course, as Spadancini gets that one deep into the zone once again, and the Marlboros break it the other way. Starting the breakout, trying to get it over to Kayden Brand. And there's an interception here, but Frasca just stops that one from being a dangerous opportunity. Bert Wen taking it in now, gets the shot. Can't reach the net there, but Marlboros retain possession. Nice hit attempt there from de Blasio, but he is unable to knock down the mighty Kayden Brand. Frasca looking to defend the rush now. Frasca in the corner now, dumps that one away over to Bert Wen. Instead, it's Kayden Edwards with it now at the corner. Trying to get it out of the zone was Adam Valentini. He is unable to do so. A big hit there laid. And a shot on net is stopped by Kaisen Wang. It looks like he got a piece of it before it hit, and there will be a call on the play. It'll be tripping for the Marlboros number 7, Frasca.
Well, Frasca's been using his stick very well throughout this entire game. I think he just got caught there, unfortunately. He's been really mobile and just involved in every play defensively, and it's just unlucky that his kind of ambitiousness on the ice got him a penalty there. But Marlboros are going to look to contend and kill this penalty off quickly.
That's right, and this is a big-time opportunity for Bovoletis taking the faceoff to get offense started for the Nationals, who haven't been able to control the pace of the game as much as they probably would have liked to. As the shot there comes out to the point, the Nationals regroup to get something started. That's Rusu at the point looking for his opportunities. He doesn't pinch there, but that's a nice keep in from number 22, Hamza Havasek. He gets that in deep. Russo tries to keep that in, is unable to do so, as a good forecheck from Weston Cameron puts pressure onto the Nationals forwards. The Nationals dump it in, but it doesn't reach anyone, and it looks like it'll be called an icing.
Definitely not the most ideal thing to do while on a power play, Sammy, but looks like something didn't get going there. But I mean, the Nationals have a really good opportunity here. They started off the game really strong, and the Marlboros kind of took it into gear here. But, I mean, capitalize on a mistake like I've been saying all game. I mean, it's the early season jitters. Sometimes mistakes happen, but the Nationals really got to capitalize on here with only a minute 30 left in the power play.
And yeah, just over a minute and a half to go. The Nationals with it behind the net, looking to get something started. They had a good cycle for the first 30 seconds or so of the power play, but unable to replicate that since as Kardinovic, tries to dump that in, but that is intercepted by the Marlboros. A little 2-on-2 forming here as DiCapo's in front of the net. He just misreaches that one. A little bit of a slash there as it looked like he was just trying to get the puck into the zone. Got more of a Nationals red pants there than anything. But a little bit of a dangerous play, but they keep going. No one hurt there as the Nationals break it into the zone now. The Nationals unable to get anything really started on this power play so far, but the cycle begins here, and I spoke too soon. Unable to keep it in as the Marlboros go for a much-needed change on a successful penalty kill so far.
Yeah, the penalty kill has been really good so far, and a little mistake that we've been talking about from the Nationals right there in this early season contest.
As Valentini tries to get that one over to Kayden Edwards, some nice little dipsy doodling there to create some offense with just over 10 seconds left in his penalty kill efforts. Valentini doing a good job battling behind the boards. It's Pangredish with it now. He gets the puck over to Valentini. Valentini's shot is blocked in front of the net. A good chance for him there as the Marlboros return to even strength. The Nationals dump it into the zone. Haywood trying to get it back in deep, but is unable to do so as perchance a chance here for the Marlboros. In front is Brand to try to get that rebound, but he can't do so. The Nationals, nice little move there by DiMiglio to start the rush. A 2-on-1 forming, but DiMiglio is unable to keep possession of the puck. Valentini behind his own net starts the breakout. And unable to get that pass over to Kayden Brand. Valentini battling with both number 88 Vaughn Haywood and the referee as they start the rush the other way. With it now is Brand. Valentini now kind of falling down, unable to keep possession of the puck. A long shift for him as the Nationals break the other way. A dump in there leads Bovoletis towards the net. Kayden Wang, he catches that. A little bit of a collision. Looks like everyone's okay. Just some miscommunication as a faceoff is now going to be in the Marlboro zone.
I know we talked about how good Valentini was as a player on its own, but his special teams effort out there really shows special teams, special players. He really killed that penalty off. It was kind of the reason why the Marlboros controlled and dictated what happened on that penalty kill and kind of showed another element of his game.
That's right, and that's the kind of player that a lot of teams in the juniors and in any future leagues will be looking for, guys that can do it all. And it's Chamberlain with an out. Breaking towards the net. That was a nice save there by Auden Frazier. Chamberlain dumping that one in, showing good use of his speed on the opportunity there. The Marlboros getting some good high-quality chances, but nothing too dangerous to test Frazier. Same goes for the Nationals and Kayden Wang as a shot there from the point, from further than the point, the logo, as some might say. You know, the kind of Caitlin Clark, Steph Curry range is stopped by Frazier for a face-off in the National zone.
Looked like Frazier was surprised. He kind of dropped his pads and looked around left to right and was like, what just happened? And I'm surprised he didn't even kick the puck over to his defenseman on the left or the right there. But, I mean, now he has to face a critical draw here that can really spell the first goal in this end of the first period. As
Cameron wins that one back. With it now behind the net is Chamberlain. Chamberlain trying to get this one around to the point. Unable to do so, so he just fights that one back into the corner. The Nationals get it out of the zone just quite as the refs hold their hand up for a delayed offside. Gives the Nationals some chance to get things started. The Nationals with it now on the side. A nice hit laid there on the sideboards onto Thane Yao. Shot from the point there is tipped. Great save by Kayden Wang to make himself look big. Do the splits and some pushing and shoving here from Barrett to the Marlboros. I don't think there's going to be much further action, but it will be, looks like Barrett heading to the sin bin for the cross check.
Yeah, it looks like there's some net front scrummage there, but a great save there by Wang, but a great tip as well to get that opportunity by the Nationals. That was a really scary play that could have gotten the Nationals their icebreaker there.
That's right, and because of the jersey tuck, looked like it was Marcus Barrett of the Toronto Nationals, but pardon me, it was Christian de Blasio, number 8 instead of the number 9, heading to the box. Like we said, for the comms, we're still getting to game speed as well, but a nice power play opportunity here for the Marlboros to get their offense from good to great as it's Valentini at the faceoff. He wins that one back over to Bray. Bray with it now, getting that over the side to Pankratich. Pankratich sends that one to the sideboard. Behind the net with it now is the Marlboros. Pankratich with it now at the point. He elects not to shoot. He sends that one over to Bowie. Bowie to Valentini. Valentini looking for his option. He throws that one behind the net. In front over to Pearson Bowie. He is unable to find the back of the net. But a nice play there. It looked like a little bit of a set play. The down low over to the bumper.
Yeah, that looked like, again, that's the power play. Whoever's running the power play for the Marlboros, that's something that they've been drawing up in practice, and it looked like it almost worked there. Couldn't quite get it past the goaltender, but that is a set play that really found a great opportunity in front there.
As Pankratich sends that one back to Bray. Bray over to Valentini. Valentini shot just misses wide. Unable to keep it in is the Marlboros, but some good offense so far for them as they regroup in their own zone. Pankratich breaking it in. He throws that one over to the side as he regains possession on the sideboard. Pankratich throws that one to Valentini. Valentini over to Bray. Bray with it now, back to Valentini. Valentini over, trying to find Kayden Brand, unable to do so. Good defense there from the Nationals to get it out of their zone and get a much-needed line change as the Marlboros have a chance here. Shot just misses. Looks like it caught a piece of Auden Fraser. It'll be a face-off inside the zone.
It was a quiet start for Fraser for sure, but now he's really had to step up and really lock in here because the Marlboros have really kind of found their groove here, not just on the power play, but in 5-on-5 as well. And I don't know if it's going to be sustainable, but Fraser is looking very sharp so far, but the Nationals have really got to start playing in front of their goaltender.
Yeah, and a good job there to make himself look big. Did not get a piece of them, which explains why the face-off was outside, as Edwards was the one starting the rush there. With it now is Cameron. Cameron drops that one over to Wen. Back to Weston Cameron, the captain. Cameron passes that one down low. With it now is Kayden Edwards. Edwards shot from the point, nearly tipped by Weston Cameron. A good shot into traffic there. A tough save for Fraser to make, but he makes that one look easy.
Like I said, Fraser has really been stepping up in his last couple minutes here. He's been playing phenomenal, but after this first period, if I'm not just Fraser, but also the coach, I'm saying, hey, we got to step it up right now. The offense has got to get something going. We got to get the puck out of the zone. We got to get something going to match the Marlboros' poise so far.
That's right, and just over 5 seconds to go here, and it looks like that will be the last opportunity for the Marlboros to get anything started, as that is the end of the first. Nice play there from Wang just to ice that period. The Marlboros will be on the power play for the start of the second period, a period in which they dominated the offense from about 5 minutes in till now. We'll look to see if they can continue that in the second. We are back at Westwood Arena for the first game between the Toronto Marlboros and the Toronto Young Nationals. A 0-0 game so far in this one. Both teams unable to find their stride so far, but some good offense early in this game. I'm Sammy Brzezowski once again, joined by Blake Hanlon.
Yeah, 0-0 game so far, Sammy. As a former goaltender, I can respect both goalies' efforts so far, keeping their teams both in it, not allowing any goals so far, especially Auden Fraser. He's really kept the Nationals even at this one, playing very good so far in this game.
Yeah, and he'll look to keep that up as it is the Marlboros still on the power play, but as we just saw, just ended. So a tough chance for them there as the power play kind of got broken into two, a large section of it in the first and a smaller section in the second, as the Marlboros look to replicate the offense that they created in the first. It's looks like Chamberlain behind the net now. With it at the point is Frasca. He gets that one over to Kayden Edwards. Edwards with it now throws that over to Wen. He is unable to find the back of the net with it there. Frasca gets that one over to Cameron. Cameron back to Chamberlain. Chamberlain over to Frasca. Frasca shot. Scores! A shot from the point is tipped by Kayden Edwards, and he has the first goal of the Marlboros season.
Yeah, that really broke the seal, Sammy. A great shot from the point. That's tipped. That shows some skill as well. Man, Marlboros have finally been gunning this entire start of the game, and they finally broke through, got a goal. I think this is going to be kind of a telltale sign of what's to come for the Marlboros, not just this game, but for this season.
A good cycle from Chamberlain and a smart shot from number 7, Nick Frasca, to get that one onto the net, having both Cameron and Edwards in front. Edwards able to tip that for his first of the season. I'm sure he is glad to start his season off just like that as the Nationals look to respond in their own zone. The Nationals battling for it now. It's kept in just slightly by Jude Bray. Nice chance for him there as Bowie throws that one over in front to Jake DiCapo. DiCapo unable to find the net there. Refs electing that it hit off nothing. It was just a missed opportunity there from DiCapo, and it'll be a face-off outside the zone of the Nationals.
Yeah, I think he tried to go short side, top left there. That's a very difficult shot to take in that situation. But, hey, Bowie's as a player that can really take those opportunities from time to time because he's a very enthralling and very promising player to watch for not just now but for the future.
That's right, as Bowie tries to break that one back into the zone. DiCapo keeps that one in. Some battling at the top of the circles. The Nationals get it out of the zone. Yo trying to find his teammate, Michael Kardinovich, unable to do so as Valentini also unable to get the pass. Some weird back and forth passing here, unable to find the tape are these players as Bray looking for it behind the net with it now. He throws it back to Bowie kind of in his spot. Shot is blocked there by Thane Yo. Good job there to cut off the angle to the net as the Nationals get it out of their zone. The Marlboros getting some good pressure here in the second period so far, getting a lot of cycle opportunities as Valentini battling for the puck, gets the face-off into the own zone. A smart play there from Valentini. They'll get a line change and a face-off in the opposing team's zone.
Yeah, good pressure there from Valentini, but as well a smart play from Fraser. He sees that his defenseman's a little bit in trouble. His team as a whole has been getting pressured and peppered in the defensive end. So freeze that up, hopefully win a face-off, but a smart play there from both players on their opposing teams.
As the Nationals break it into the zone now, is Bovaletish trying to get it in front of the net, but that is some good defending from Harris Pangredish as he breaks that one over to Kayden Brand. Play is called just onside as a smart shot there, gets the puck on net, but unable to get the rebound is Pangredish, who's playing very deep down low. Bert Wen, the sole defender right now for the Marlboros, as he gets back to get that point as Pangredish gets back into position. Edwards dumps that into the zone. Looks like a neck guard on the ice, a little bit in the way. Nice play to just get that out of the way, kind of out of harm's way, I should say, for the players as Pangredish goes just over it there. Bovaletis can't get a piece of that puck as it is dumped onto the net of Kyson Wang. Wang looking to play it, but the whistle blows. It'll be a face-off inside the Marlboro zone.
Yeah, he tried to get away with that one, but he held on to it for way too long there. But he was definitely looking to send that downfield and maybe get his guy down there for a touchdown. But nice play there by Wang and nice ambitiousness to try to look for his player down the ice.
Yeah, it's nice to see the goalies trying to get involved in the offense as it is a face-off here in the zone of the Marlboros. The Marlboros winning that battle. With it now is Chamberlain. Chamberlain going around behind the net. Chamberlain has it now. He drops that one over to Kukevez. Kukevez tries to throw that one behind the net. Kukevez shot there, just misses the net and goes outside of the zone. Now with it is Frasca. Frasca dumps that one into the zone. It's Bowie attacking. Bowie with the chance here. Rebound there. Unable to find the back of the net. Good chance for him there as some good offense here from the Marlboros has kept it inside the zone. And in front of that, scores! A nice pass there from Pierce Bowie over to Adam Valentini. A play so fast, the Nationals could hardly keep up. It's 2-0 Marlboros.
Yeah, a lot was going on there, Sammy. I think Bowie was a little upset that he didn't get a call there. He kind of tripped, fell, and did a little spin. But I think he'll take an assist and get his teammate on the board there for his first goal of the season. A nice shot there from Valentini to get this 2-goal lead for the Marlboros.
Yeah, quick play, and it just shows the tenacity of the Marlboros. You know, Bowie had the earlier chance, and so did Chamberlain. Chamberlain with his second assist of the game. A great start to the season for him so far in this one as Cameron is looking to start the forecheck once again. The Marlboros have controlled the pace of this game greatly. Cameron with it now. Spinorama over to DiCapo. DiCapo can't find a stick on it. Cameron with it now. Tries to get that one in front to DiCapo again. DiCapo being shoved away by Kardinovic. In the sideboards now with it are the Marlboros. Frasca gets that one on net, but that is gloved by Auden Fraser. The Marlboros just replicating what they've done so far in this game, just replicated shift by shift and have really been controlling the offense.
I think the Nationals only have one shot on goal this period, Sammy. I don't even know if you could count that, the one that Wang wanted to send down the ice there, but God, they got to get this puck out of their zone and stop getting the Marlboros to stop allowing the Marlboros to pressure them this much in the second period.
And pressure they do as it's Frasca on the sideboards now, battling Spadancini. Frasca keeps that one in, but a good battle from Teo Spadancini. A little bit of a size mismatch there, as it's a wonder that the ref has not called the whistle. He eventually does. A nice little battle from the two of them there, just both unwilling to give up position. You got to like that tenacity, that passion to keep the puck away from your competitor.
Yeah, relentlessness there from both teams, and shows that these players really care about what they're doing out there.
As Cameron wins that one back to Edwards, he's unable to find the net there. Behind the net now with it. It gets just around Cameron. Kept in by Chamberlain. Puck is just kept in, and with it now is Edwards. Shot there from Cameron. Rebound, scores! Pop the water bottle, Weston Cameron. A nice pass from Edwards, and it's 3-0 Marlboros.
Yeah, get the captain on the board there to start the season. That's 3 goals now for the Marlboros. Nice fashion as well, as you said, pop the water bottle. Kind of felt like Sidney Crosby against the Montreal Canadiens at one time back in the day. I mean, it always feels nice. It makes you feel a little bit stronger, too, when you have a shot that pops a water bottle.
Yeah, and a good effort there to get the second chance goal. He had quite some time. He had the great pass from Kayden Edwards. And how about Ryan Chamberlain picking up his 3rd assist of the night? 3 assists, 3 goals, and a much-needed timeout is called by the Toronto Young Nationals. Blake, if you're the coach of the Nationals right now, what are you telling the Young Nationals in order to get themselves back into this game?
2 words: step up. You got to play better. Like, Auden Fraser has been playing phenomenal thus far. Even though he's led in 3 goals, he's just been standing on his head, making every save he possibly can. You can't really blame those 3 goals really on him. The defense has got to play better. They got to get in the gap more. They got to protect the puck from getting in front of the net. Those have been 2 goals that have been net front chances. And also the offense has just got to get going as well. Get the puck out of their zone and get some entry plays going and get the puck in deep. And then maybe you can generate something as well and get one going as well. But, I mean, the Nationals just really got to step up right here, Sammy.
Yes, Fraser certainly not at fault. The Marlboros have just been controlling the pace of play. You know, they've been in the Nationals zone for quite some time, starting since the first couple minutes of this game into where we are right now. It looks like Wang hasn't really faced much traffic. He's talking to his partner, Noah Mavin, who we'll likely see in a future game here for the Marlboros. Breaking into the zone now is Pierce Bowie. He gets that one in front of the net as Valentini recovers. Valentini trying to find Pierce Bowie, is unable to do so, but a good chance for them starting right where they left off. Valentini with it now. Behind the net is Kayden Brand. Kayden Brand throws that one, and the rebound is gobbled up by Valentini. He scores! Adam Valentini quickly picks up the 4th goal of the game for the Marlboros.
And 2nd goal of the game as well, really showing how good of a player he is and how much of a nose for the puck he has, a nose for the net as well. Again, like I said, that's another goal that just happens from a net front opportunity. Maybe a bit of a juicy rebound there given up by Fraser, but the defense has got to be there to like swipe the puck out of the way with their sticks, have smart hockey IQ there. But, yeah, they got to really pick it up here for the Nationals. And it all starts on defense, and the defense eventually leads to offense. But Fraser's definitely playing his role this far. The Marlboros really stepping it up here in this middle frame, getting 4 goals thus far.
That's right. In less than 10 minutes, the Marlboros pick up 4 huge goals, really determining the pace of this game, really determining the factor of this game, and that has been offense, as the Nationals try to get some offense of their own started but are unable to do so as the Marlboros break it in to the National zone. With it now is Chamberlain. Chamberlain breaking towards the net, but that's some good defense by Jordan Egley to keep that one away. Falling down is Chamberlain behind the net, but he looks to be okay. Gives a little love tap there to Egley as the Nationals break the other way. Looking for it was Yo and his partner Barrett, but a pass went awry there. They go for a line change as Bert Wen gets that around the boards and just out of the zone, but they break it back in. A little 2-on-1 could have formed there for the Marlboros, but the puck was unable to reach Chamberlain. Good defense there to block the pass by the Marlboros as DiCapo tips that one into the zone. The Nationals now looking to start the breakout. Haywood throwing that pass into traffic. A dangerous play there from Haywood as he's unable to make that pass onto the tape of his teammate. Haywood, a good battle in the corner, but that is won by the Marlboros. Puck trying to reach Wen. Good stick to keep it away from the Nationals, but unable to retain possession on his lonesome as Haywood dumps that one back out of the zone. A lot of dumping and chasing here, as you can imagine the Nationals are just looking to kind of stop the bleeding here.
Yeah, you want to stop the bleeding as much as you can in this situation, Sammy, but they got to do a little bit more of that than dumping and changing. They got to like get some sustained pressure with the puck, and that comes in the neutral zone, but they got to get that puck past the neutral zone. As in this league, we both know that it's been played in kind of both teams' ends throughout the entire match. It's not really a neutral zone league.
No, that's right, because a lot of these guys can just quickly turn to offense and just accelerate, and that's what's so dangerous about a lot of these teams. It's what has been so dangerous about guys like Adam Valentini, Pierce Bowie, and Weston Cameron, and a big reason why the Marlboros are leading in this game. But a rare offensive zone face-off here for the Nationals. A big-time face-off for them here, as it'll be Bovoletis likely taking the face-off, trying to get that over to Landon Paquette. We've seen him try to get it back to him quite often in this game, but unable to win the face-off was Bovoletis as Valentini breaks it into the other zone. Valentini is called offside by the ref as bowled over is Auden Frazier. We see some pushing and shoving. We'll likely see a call go the other way for the Marlboros. It'll be Peter Kukevez likely. He made the contact there with Frazier. I don't think there was any intent there, but you interfere with the goalie, you're going to get called for goalie interference.
Yeah, maybe there wasn't intent, but it's still a brain-dead play there from Kukevez. We also saw Frazier knock down there, take off his helmet, make sure everything's okay. Maybe we've seen little stars there, but looks like he's all right. But not really a smart play there from Kukevez. Even just stepping up there from his defense, there was no real need for him to do that in that particular situation.
Yeah, Kukevez has looked strong all game, but definitely not a play that he will necessarily want to remember. Is now a power play for the Nationals, a good opportunity for them to take back some little control of this game, and like we said, has been the Marlboros all game, already 4-0 with this one at Westwood Arena, as Valentini and Bray try to get that one out of their zone, but that is kept in by the Nationals. Spoke too soon as Valentini has it now for a one-on-one. Valentini breaking towards the net, has DiCapo on his side. Valentini wrapping around the net, tries to get that one to DiCapo. DiCapo shot there, doesn't get through as the Nationals facing some short-handed offense already quick in this power play. With it now is Paquette. Paquette trying to break it into the zone, but some good defense there from the Marlboros. And the Marlboros once again have a chance here. It's Valentini getting it over to DiCapo. DiCapo shot there, trying to reach Valentini in front of the net. Can't do so. And the Nationals just unable to make the play there. Paquette unable to reach Spadancini as the Marlboros break it back into the zone, dump it back into the zone, pardon me, as the Nationals still unable to make a pass. I don't think they've made a pass this whole power play, and a very easy PK here so far for the Marlboros.
I wonder if they've even practiced their power play to start this season, Sammy. It doesn't look very sharp at all or on par to where it should be at, and since their good start of the first period, it's been downhill for the Young Nationals. It really looks like it's a Marlboros power play right now, as they've been controlling and dictating the pressure so far.
That's right. Aside from the ice there that likely would have been called for icing had they been on the power play, it really has been all Marlboros putting pressure on the zone. It's Chamberlain with it now. Chamberlain unable to take it deep into the zone, but Wen dumps that one back in. What a kill it has been so far, and what a special teams performance it has been so far for the Marlboros, as the Nationals are running out of time on this power play.
Yeah, like we said earlier about Valentini, but now it's just the Marlboros as a as unison, special team, special players. Great job from the Marlboros thus far. They're showing that they're not just an offensive team. They can play some defense and shut down teams on the power play.
And they have done that so far as they get out of the zone, back to even strength, shutting them down indeed as Daniel Rusu tries to get that one started, maybe get some even strength opportunities started because Lord knows they couldn't get it done on the power play. On the sideboards, battling for it now is Bowie. They get that one through. A nice chance forming here for the Marlboros. Nice little move there from Frasca as he's trying to break it towards the net, showing off his hands as a defenseman, something that is always exciting to look out for. With it now is Bowie. He loses the puck, but he throws that one over. Rebound, scores! Weston Cameron picks up his second of the game after a shot from Kayden Brand comes out. It is 5-0 here for the Marlboros.
Yeah, Weston Cameron just kind of just took that gift and tucked it in home. An unfortunate rebound there for Auden Fraser that he gave up. Maybe not the most ideal thing you want as a goaltender, but it was really the Nationals that have really put him in this vulnerable situation that he's kind of feeling tired, and the Nationals themselves look tired. I was going to wait to comment on this before the end of the period, but the strides out there are not looking strong. The effort out there is not looking strong, which is kind of unfortunate, especially for the first game of the season. You want to start off with a bang.
That's right, and almost another bang there in front of the net as the puck reached Kayden Brand, but he was unable to get a shot on net, fanned on it just a little bit. But the Marlboros have not only been controlling the pace of the game, but it looks like they're just putting more effort on the forecheck, who has led to them getting so many pucks. As Cameron throws that one on net just over the head of Auden Fraser. With it now is Brand. He throws that one to the point. Jude Bray with it now top of the circle. He gets that one on net, but is stopped by Fraser. You gotta like Fraser. He's remained solid in a game that has been very tough to kind of keep on with.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure his confidence isn't at the highest right now, but he's still hanging in there, really playing for his team, playing for himself as well, really showing that no matter what happens, what happens in the game, even if he's getting peppered out through the entire game, he's still going to try no matter what.
Yeah, not in an ideal situation indeed, as Kukevas has it now. Kukevas circling at the top of the circle as he dumps that one in over to DiCapo. DiCapo with it now over to Bray. Bray back to DiCapo. DiCapo finds Kukevas. Kukevas shot there, tips out. Kukevas won't go for his own rebound, but Valentini will. Kukevas keeps it in, throws it over to Ryan Chamberlain in the corner. Chamberlain with it now. Chamberlain taking it behind the net. Chamberlain throws that one over to Bray. Bray falling but keeping the puck, throws it back to Chamberlain. Chamberlain over to Valentini. Over to DiCapo, scores! A nice play there from Adam Valentini to get the backhand pass over to number 18, Jake DiCapo. He picks up his first of the season. It is now 6-0 for the Marlboros.
A little tic-tac-toe there from the Marlboros. I think you can't really blame the Nationals defense there that time, just because the Marlboros just flat out just outskilled them. It's just a better. Most of the fact is that they just drew up a play that was a lot better and hard to beat and defend in that situation.
Hard to beat that pass on the backhand indeed, Blake, as that's Adam Valentini picking up his first assist of the season. 2 goals, 1 assist for Adam Valentini so far in this game. What a force he has been, and what a force the Marlboros have been in this second frame.
Yeah, the Marlboros are looking like there might be a team to beat in this GTHL season, and Valentini looks like he's going to be the headliner of that, Sammy. He is a very special player with a very valuable skill set that the Marlboros will use throughout this entire year.
That's a scary thing about the Marlboros indeed. Of course, they have captain Weston Cameron, who's a force to be reckoned with, and Ryan Chamberlain picking up his 4th assist of the game on that play as Pancratish gets a shot from the point, and that is nearly tipped by Kayden Brand in front of the net as the Marlboros regain possession. Pancratish, nice little move there to keep that one in the zone of the Nationals. Dumping it back in was Kayden Edwards, but he was unable to get that in deep to his teammates. Nice little shove on Bowie there by number 92, Thane Yo, forechecking. With it now is Kayden Edwards. Kayden Edwards, long stretch pass over to Bowie. Bowie looking for Brand, unable to find him there. The Nationals really not getting anything started, have barely been in the zone of the Marlboros this whole period as they look to start the rush. That's Kardinovic who started that and threw it over to Havasik. The Nationals just can't seem to get it past tape to tape. Something that's been really plaguing them has been their passing.
Yeah, absolutely. They've just not been able to find their teammates' sticks on their passes thus far in this game, and even when it does hit their stick, it seems like the receiver is just not ready for it, and it just bounces off, and he's not able to corral it and actually gain possession, and it's really just showing a lack of poise and readiness, honestly, throughout this entire middle frame.
That's right, where the Marlboros, however, have been showing poise, making tape-to-tape passes, and controlling possession when they needed to as DiCapo drops that one over to Cameron. Cameron trying to find DiCapo once again is unable to do so, but Valentini, he regains possession. But good defending there from the Nationals to get that one back into the zone. It's DeBlasio dumping that one into the zone of the Marlboros, getting probably only the second shot of the period here for the Nationals. The Nationals looking to start a breakout now. A little bit less energy from both teams here as Barrett has it now top of the circle. Barrett rebound is nabbed by Kyson Wang. DeBlasio and Barrett getting some offense started for the Nationals where they need it direly. Frasca battling in the corner. He regains possession, throws it over to Kukevez. With it now is Valentini, Adam Valentini, the two-time goal scorer. With it now, he gets that one across over to Frasca. Frasca in front over to Valentini. Valentini shot. There's a scrum in front. Traffic. Where's the puck? DiCapo picks it up. Scores. DiCapo with his second of the game. It's 7-0 here for the Marlboros.
That's back-to-back goals now for DiCapo, and now that's 7 goals in a single period for the Marlboros. I think it's might be time for the coach to kind of tell his team to ease up a little bit. I know you don't really see much celebration there, and that's part of it, but it's also maybe ease up on the gas pedal and the play as well.
That's right. You got to respect the Marlboros not doing the line. I'm not really sure what it's called. I wasn't a former player like yourself, but they go for the handshake line, not going for that celebration after about the 4th goal, showing some respect for their opposing team.
Yeah, some respect for sure on display there, but the coach really needs to step in here and say, hey, we got in the bag. 7-0 is definitely a nice win to get to for the first game of the season. Let's just kind of work on a few things, maybe work on passing, really get the puck in deep, find the small things to work at, so then for their next game when they maybe face a tougher opponent, they're ready for those small, intricate details of the game that they haven't been able to explore in this game against the Nationals.
That's right. In my limited time playing, this would be the time that my select coach would mention, hey, guys, let's just cycle the puck. Let's just move it around and maybe play with the lines a little bit, figure out if there's other things that work as a shot there. Just misses the stick of Kayden Edwards. He would have had himself a chance to pick up the 8th goal of the game for the Marlboros as the Nationals dribble this one out here. It's the end of the period, the end of a second period that has been all about TMB. It's 7-0 here for the Marlboros as we steadily await the 3rd period. A second period that the Toronto Nationals will want to forget. It's 7-0 here at Westwood Arena, the first game of the season for the Marlboros against the Toronto Young Nationals, a game that has shown the offensive power and the offensive arsenal of the Marlboros. Scoring the goals have been Jake DiCapo, Weston Cameron, Ryan Chamberlain, and Adam Valentini. I'm Sammy Brzezowski, joined alongside Blake Hanlon. Blake, if you are the Nationals coach, down 7-0 going into the 3rd period, what are you telling them in order to gain something valuable from this game?
What I would say if I was a coach in that situation, I would say try to win battles, try to win shifts, try to win certain plays, like little plays that can just eventually lead to something else. Maybe you can then eventually get a goal if you win a face-off, if you win a board battle, if you win a puck battle, you throw the body around a little bit. Those may lead to something positive on the score sheet, but you just got to take it play by play here and just take any positive you possibly can here, even if it's very, very little.
Definitely hard to draw positives so far in a game that has been all TMB, like I said earlier. A positive so far for the Nationals has been the play of Thane Yo. He has created some offense for the Nationals, as has Havasik and Kardinovic, but unable to capitalize in the same way that the Marlboros have. I mean, the Marlboros have just been controlling pace of play, but some good energy here from the Nationals, who could very likely be mentally out of this game.
Oh, yeah. I think at this point, even though it's the first game of the season, you still want to try to set the tone. You're playing with energy. You still, at this point, if you're down 7-0, you've mentally checked out. You're still trying to play for yourself out there, maybe get a few stats. But in terms of winning this game, it's over. It's an unfortunate outcome for the Nationals after the first game of the season. But, I mean, hey, sometimes look at the St. Louis Blues a few years ago, Sammy. At one point, they were the worst team in the league, and they ended up winning the Stanley Cup. There's still plenty of bright spots ahead for the Nationals, and this is just a rough beginning.
That's right. Game 1 certainly does not mean everything, but the Marlboros definitely going to be happy with this Game 1 performance, as that's Brand breaking towards the net. Brand can't get that one on net. I'm sure Frazier is thankful for that, as Brand has it in the corner now. He gets that one over to Valentini. Valentini trying to find Kayden Edwards in front of the net. He is unable to do so as the Nationals break in the other way. Offside is called there on the Nationals. The icing on the cake there, that is a frustrated Nationals offensive core there. Both players putting their head up on that play. Not really close for the offside call, was it?
No. It's just frustration is also starting to boil over as well, as long as just checking out. Even though you mentally checked out, you're still a little mad of the outcome that's happened so far, especially if you're the Nationals. And, yeah, that's just evident right there.
That's right, and looking to get something started is Paquette, and Yo with the puck now is Egley. Egley trying to find Yo, unable to do so. 91 could not find 92 as a 2-on-1 forming here for the Marlboro. Shot there. Looked like it got a piece of Frazier, a piece of the post, and is kept out. Another good save by him. You know, he has kept the Nationals in this one as long as he humanly could. Valentini with it now. Valentini's shot just misses the side of the net. The Nationals regaining possession once again. With it now is the Nationals. With it now is DiMiglio, and he dumps that one in. A little bit of chatter along with who was likely Peter Kukevas on the bench there. Looks like they exchanged some words. I'm sure it was all friendly as the Nationals break it in back into the zone. Kept in just slightly there. Shot just misses the net of Kayden Wang. Wang hasn't really been tested so far in this one. Haywood shot from the point is up high and caught by Kayden Wang. Haywood probably putting up the most shots here for the Nationals.
Yeah, he has a good trigger from the point there, and looked a little frustrated that he couldn't get it really on net there, really high there, snagged over there by Wang. But you mentioned that Wang hasn't really been tested thus far. Looks maybe a little bit lazy, not lazy, but unready behind there because he hasn't faced that much. So this might be a good opportunity for the Nationals to really up their tempo a little bit, just really play their hearts out in this final period and just get something by that Wang hasn't been expecting all game.
And a chance here for the Nationals as it was Havasik breaking towards the net, trying to get that one over to Kardinovic. A nice duo on the Nationals. We've seen them moving the puck back and forth quite a bit in this one as Kardinovic can't keep that one in the zone. A streamlined pass almost reaches Bowie for a chance for another opportunity. He's been all over the place as well, racking up 2 assists. Shot on net there, just misses from Peter Kukevas. We've seen him just let him fly quite a bit in this one.
Yeah, Kukevas has really been kind of all over the place. I mean, we also saw that he was chirping potentially. Sorry, I'm forgetting the name now, but he was chirping on the bench there, the Nationals there, showing that he's really just eager to be a part of the game in any sort of way.
It was Lucas DiMiglio, I believe, that he was chirping, but we've seen him chirp a couple times in this game, so you're not wrong to kind of forget, because Kukevas is one of those players that kind of helps out on all ends of the ice for the Marlboros, and he's a big boy, so he's not afraid to lay the body as well. As the Nationals dump it into the zone, that's Bert Wen with it now behind the net, dumping that one over to the area of Jake DiCapo. DiCapo scored 2 goals, gets knocked on his bum by de Blasio, but the Marlboros are there to recover. Valentini trying to get that one in the zone. He evades the hit. Valentini shot from the top of the circle, just hits off the pad and off to the sideboards of the Nationals. Trying to keep it in was Jake DiCapo, but he was unable to do so. The Nationals with it now. Egley with it. Egley with it at the sideboards, looking for some options in the corner. No help here from the Nationals as Egley was seemingly all by himself despite having 4 members of his team in the zone. A good hit there from Kayden Edwards, who currently holds the game-winning goal so far in this one.
Yeah, and it's also the play's getting a little bit more chippier right now, Sammy, and the referees are kind of putting their whistles away this far, even though like most of the time at the start of the season in all levels of hockey, this is the time of the year where the refs are going to be calling the most penalties. But some chippiness, some guys falling on their butts, as you said earlier on. Maybe this continues to happen as frustration is starting to boil over for the Nationals.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that line back up. Proud of my phrasing on that one. Falling on his bum was Jake DiCapo. But like you said, yeah, especially in a game where frustrations are boiling over, we can expect to see more and more big hits and maybe some dirtier plays as well, as we just saw some hits behind the net. One in front of the net there from Peter Kukeves, and the ref with his arm up. It'll undoubtedly be Peter Kukeves. I'm sure it'll be for the cross-check in front of the net all alone.
Yeah, I mean, that's another thing. Peter Kukeves seems to have not really best foresight when he's on the ice. He's just kind of like that. Yeah, he's defending Bowie there, defending him getting knocked down behind the net. But I mean, you take another penalty. It's just not a smart thing to do here, even though you're up big.
That's right. Both sevens of that 777 D pairing that I mentioned earlier have taken a penalty now. The trip earlier from Nick Frasca, and now the cross check from Peter Kukeves. Like they had an earlier chance, the Nationals will look to get something started as Spadancini has it behind the net. Some good battling as Spadancini regains possession. He's looking to get that one to the point. He's unable to do so, but they retain possession. Pangretish trying to get that one out of the zone, but that is kept in by Sorrenti. Sorrenti with it now, again, back at the top of the circle. He dumps that one in over to Spadancini. Sorrenti unable to keep that one, but it's Spadancini recovering behind the net. With it now is Sorrenti. Sorrenti gets that one across to the point. Shot there, trickling towards the net. Kyson Wang keeps that one out, and Haywood unable to keep that one in the zone. A nice shot there from him. We've seen him take a couple of howitzer so far in this one. Bovalettis' line coming on now with Barrett coming into the zone. Barrett with it now, unable to regain possession. He falls. Guys falling a little bit more often than I think we would see in the mid-season.
Yeah, I mean, it's first game of the season. It's also probably the ice hasn't been used all too much as we're just coming back from the summer. There's not a lot of summer hockey going around comparatively to the regular season. So, yeah, there's a lot more falling than we'd usually see, but it's all going to get better as the season goes on.
Of course, both these teams hoping to sharpen up their skills. The refs hoping to sharpen up their skills. Even the comms hoping to sharpen up their skills as the play is blown dead by the refs in the corner. It'll likely be a face-off inside the zone. We've seen that a couple times so far in this game where the battle is so tough that it does not have a victor, so they just elect to restart and get a face-off.
Yeah, you kind of want to just stop that from happening, especially with this game dwindling down here. You don't want a full minute of a skate up against a puck on the long side of the boards there. So good job by the referee showing that he is on the ball there on the rulebook side of the ice. So, yeah, it's really smart play there, as we've seen a couple times now, Sammy.
Right, certainly not wanting anyone to get hurt as well. We've seen what happens in those battles. It's just over 4 minutes to go here. The Nationals unable to really get any offense started, but to their credit, they have slowed down the mighty Marlboros in this game after allowing 7 goals in one period, have not allowed a goal so far in this third frame, but that can all change here on an offensive zone face-off as Frasca dumps that into the zone. Bowie in the corner shakes off the hit, looking to get possession. With it now are the Nationals. Paquette with it. And behind the play, an arm is up. We'll have to look to see what happened. It looked like it was Pierce Bowie with a non-feasible play there, a play that was not allowed as the ref calls a cross-checking penalty on Bowie. It looks like we saw a Nationals player down, Bowie behind the play. A little bit of a frustration penalty.
Yeah, textbook play there. That's cross-checking. He also was right in front of the referee right there. I know he looked at the referee in disappointment that he got the call, but I mean, if you're gonna make a if you're gonna do a penalty or cross-check someone, maybe don't do it right in front of the referee if you're gonna try to do that on the ice.
As the show Suits often says, you make your bed, you got to sleep in it. As Bowie goes off for 2 minutes, another chance here for the Nationals to kind of replicate what they had going on in that earlier power play that Peter Kukevez was the factor of. We saw Kardinovic and Havasik and Spadancini getting something started for the Nationals. Hopefully they can replicate that.
Yeah, this third period has been a lot stronger than the middle frame for sure. And it might look like that this game was lost in the second period, but I mean, one thing to draw from the Nationals is they have had at least 2 periods of decent play in this game, but one dreadful one that they will hope to never replicate again.
Yeah, and now you can really see the frustration settling in. An offside call there. That's a rough one to take, as it finally looked like they were going to get something started on this power play. It is now Bovalettis, Yo, and Barrett heading out with Haywood. This is a lineup that we have seen create some of the little offense that the Nationals have had to offer against the Marlboros, as Frasca dumps that one out of the zone. Nowhere to be found are the defending Nationals players. There doesn't seem to be a lot of anticipation here from the Nationals, which is definitely understandable in a 7-0 game, as Bovalettis tries to break towards the net, but that's Cameron dumping it out of the zone.
Yeah, there's a lack of anticipation, like you said. I think that comes down to chemistry. These guys don't really seem to have meshed well with one another quite yet. I'm sure that's soon to come, and the game's coming very soon, but it just looks very lazy, lackadaisical. Just doesn't seem like there's interconnectivity between the Nationals.
And speaking of the Nationals, that'll be Vaughn Haywood heading off for the slash on to Kyson Wang there. You saw as he was breaking towards the net after a shot, he gave Kyson Wang a little tap. He gets called for the slash. Definitely not a penalty you want to take. I mean, just over a minute to go. It looks like that was just some frustration. I don't think there was any malicious intent behind it, but you can't do that. 1:08 left in this game. A penalty here is not what you wanted to take, as Kukevez has it at the top of the blue line. With it now is Bowie. Bowie try to get that one across over to Pangredish. He's unable to do so as Kukevez recycles it into his own zone. You'll imagine that they will take their time with this rush, not really needing to starting offense, as the Nationals draw a chance here. But a penalty is called. It'll be a slash for the Nationals. I mean, their one little chance that they had there were unable to really create anything of it. It was Noah Kim getting the puck in front of the net. A late penalty here for them to take. I mean, maybe a little bit on the weaker side, but, you can't slash if it's generating offense like that. And it'll be the refs calling for the end of the game. So that penalty never really comes to fruition. It's a 7-0 final here for the Toronto Marlboros, an offensive performance they'll be looking at for months to come.
What a game that was from the Toronto Marlboros, closing out their first game of the season, winning in dramatic fashion by a touchdown and the extra point, 7-0 against the Toronto Young Nationals.
As you mentioned, it was kind of out of the sport sphere of hockey in this one, 7-0 win for the Marlboros. Yeah, it's not the Nationals' best performance, but I think they got to put it in the back of their mind right now.
Yeah, and the Marlboros, I mean, they really dominated on every aspect of the game. They were better in the special teams. They obviously had more shots, and it led to more goals, obviously getting 7 in this game from a plethora of different point getters. And Blake, the Marlboros, they had a lot of guys get involved. They had Valentini, Bowie. I don't want to waste our time, list the whole thing. Why don't you tell me 3 guys who you think were the best players in this game?
Yeah, I got 3 stars for this game. And at number 1, I had Adam Valentini, 2 goals and assist. He really showed how good of a player he is out there. He's a level above his competition, you could say. But wow, future's bright for him. He's going to be a player to watch for the entire GTHL season. Number 2, Mr. Apple, Mr. Dime. You could say whatever you want about Ryan Chamberlain because he had 4 assists tonight, Sammy. He really set up his teammates very well. 4 assists to start the season. He's the leading point getter for the Marlboros right now. A little bit of an unsung hero in this game. And number 3, my player to watch for the team, Weston Cameron. My captain came through with 2 goals, and he really guided his team to a victory. And that's what I was hoping for.
Of course, we had to sneak your player to watch Nom in there just to show that we know what we're talking about up here.
We know what we're talking about here, and Weston Cameron knows what he's talking about when he plays like that on the ice.
He absolutely does, wearing the C for a reason. So it was not just a solo effort for the Toronto Marlboros. It was their entire team that just got the job done, and in successful fashion, in a really easy kind of, not easy, but a really less challenging way.
Yeah, they weren't challenged that much by the Nationals in this one, and I think it just came from the fact that they played a lot better than them, and they have a lot more skill and depth throughout their entire roster. You saw guys like Valentini that I mentioned, Weston Cameron, Pierce Bowie, didn't even talk about him yet. Ryan Chamberlain, Frasca, and Kayden Wang. He has a shutout. He's got a shutout first game of the season. It's a whole team effort, and the Nationals just couldn't match that depth that the Marlboros have.
Yeah, that's right. It's a rare occurrence when goalie gets a shutout and they aren't even included on the 3 stars. I think that goes to show the Nationals, they just really didn't get enough opportunities in this one, did they?
No, and you know what? They had 2 good periods. The first and third were phenomenal. They actually did fairly well. They were getting outshot a little bit, and they were icing the puck a little bit too much. But the Marlboros, that second period, just absolutely killed them. And we didn't even talk about Jake DiCapo. He also got involved in the scoring as well. They are just a very deep team. The Nationals were just simply outmatched tonight.
Well, we'll see if they are outmatched against the mighty Vaughan Kings. That'll be the next matchup. They'll be looking for their first goal of the season. But for now, that will do it for us at the 6 Hockey. We can't wait till the next game. We can't wait for some more U16 GTHL AAA hockey. Nice move there from the Oreo. Toe drag, shoots, scores!